The rain hit the windshield like tiny fists, each drop echoing the tension that filled the car. In the dim glow of the dashboard lights, her voice broke through the silence, low and cracked. "I'm tired of fighting," she said, and just like that, something in him shattered. He turned to look at hers, rimmed with fatigue, hands clenched in her lap like she was holding together the last pieces of herself. For a moment, he didn't speak. He just looked at her, the woman he had loved for nearly a decade, the woman who had once laughed so easily, who used to fall asleep mid-conversation because she trusted him that much, the woman who now sat next to him like a stranger, hollowed out by pain and weariness. They had been here before, at the edge of something. Breaking it hadn't always been like this. James and Eliana had met in college, both wide-eyed and hopeful, sitting in the back row of a psychology class they didn't care about. He was all humor and chaos. She was order and calm. From the beginning, it felt like they had been carved. From the same longing and need to be understood without words, they fell in love fast, not carelessly, but deeply. Nights talking until dawn, notes left on mirrors, hands held under the table during family dinners. They built something beautiful, not perfect, but real. And when they got married, it wasn't with stars in their eyes, it was with grit in their hearts. They knew love took work, they just didn't know how much. The first challenge came quietly. James lost his job. Layoffs, no warning, no backup plan. What started as a temporary setback spiraled into months of anxiety and hopelessness. Bills piled up. Arguments sparked over tiny things, dishes in the sink, missed phone calls, unspoken resentments. Eliana picked up extra shifts at the hospital. He retreated into silence, both of them hurting, both too proud to say, "I'm scared." Then came the miscarriage. That pain didn't just break them, it fractured their entire world. Eliana blamed herself, even though she shouldn't have. James didn't know how to hold her grief, so he swallowed his own and tried to be strong. But strength without vulnerability can feel like distance. And she felt it. Oh, how she felt it. They went through the motions for months after that, smiling in public, crumbling behind closed doors. Counseling helped, briefly, but healing takes time, and neither of them could agree on how much time was enough. Now here they were, in the quiet of the car, after another long and aching fight, about something that didn't really matter because what they were really arguing about was everything they hadn't said. "I'm tired of fighting," she whispered again. "I don't think I can do this anymore." James felt the words, like a punch to the chest. He wanted to scream, to tell her no. They had come too far, loved too deeply, but all he could manage was a question. "What if I fight for you?" Eliana looked at him, eyes glistening. "I've been fighting alone, James. I needed you, and you were ... gone." That hurt more than anything, because she wasn't wrong. He had checked out, not because he stopped loving her, but because he didn't know how to carry his own pain, let alone hers. But sitting in that car, watching the woman he loved almost give up, something changed. "No more silence," he said. "No more pretending. You're right. I let go when I should have held on. But I'm here now, not with promises I can't keep, but with my heart, and everything I've got left." She didn't respond right away, just looked at him like she was trying to find the man she fell in love with. And maybe, just maybe, he was finding him too. The next weeks weren't easy. James started therapy not to fix himself for her, but because he knew he had to face the darkness he kept tucked away. Eliana continued her sessions too, this time letting James join for some. They learned how to talk again, really talk, not to win, not to hurt, but to understand. He started writing her letters, just like he used to. Honest ones. Some were clumsy, some raw, all from the heart. And slowly, she started responding through quiet smiles, gentle touches, and eventually, letters of her own. They rebuilt trust brick by brick, with honesty, with time, with forgiveness. They started going on long drives again, no destination, just music and conversation. They held hands like it meant something again. They laughed more, and when they cried, they did it together. Months later, sitting on a worn-out bench by the lake where they first said, "I love you," Eliana leaned her head on James' shoulder. "Remember that night in the car?" she said. He nodded. "I meant it. I really was tired of fighting." "I know," he replied softly, "but I wasn't going to let you fight alone anymore." She took his hand. "You didn't just fight for me, James, you fought with me. That made all the difference. Love isn't about never falling, it's about choosing, again and again, to rise together. Not every relationship survives the storms, not every couple finds their way back. But sometimes, when one person is too tired to fight, the other chooses to fight for them. Not to save them, but to stand beside them until they can stand again. That's the kind of love that endures." And that's the love James and Eliana rebuilt one choice, one moment, one brave step at a time.